What's going on, everybody? I'm going to do a quick video here on how I patched the back of my Pelican Trailblazer with some number 2 HDPE plastic. I just cut up an old bleach bottle into little pieces and then cut those pieces into smaller pieces. This hole here, it's not really a hole, it just got really worn down to the point where you can almost pop your finger right through it. And this Ramex plastic is known to be extremely strong, but it does clearly get worn down over time. This is about 3 years of wear from me dragging it everywhere. I didn't really have any idea what I was going to do here. I just knew I was going to melt plastic down and stick it on there. As you can see, at first it didn't work very well. Kind of just peeled up. I heated the area up at first with a heat gun. I'd heat gun it with one hand and melt the plastic with the other hand. I'd get it to the point where it was on fire and dripping, and then I would just drip it right onto there and use a scraper and just kind of try to smear it and scrape it across. Didn't look very pretty, but it was working, and it was adhering really well. I had to be careful to not scrape or poke the kayak because once I heated it up with the heat gun, it was so brittle, and I was just really worried about poking it and making more holes. I was actually very surprised and impressed on how hard it was, how well it adhered to it, and other than the look of it, it was working really well. My plan was to just do a little bit where the bad spot really was, and then test it out a little bit, and then come back and cover the entire red area with plastic. As you can see there, you had to be kind of quick when you heated it up, because if you weren't, it would dry and cool down, and you just couldn't work with it. Had to be very quick. You should also probably wear gloves while doing this. It dripped on me a couple times, but it cools so fast it really doesn't get you that bad. But the trick is to heat up the entire piece of plastic, and when you lay it down, you get a nice spread like there. If you just have a corner heated up or something like that, you're going to get a lot of the string. When you pull it, it gets very stringy. I was running into that problem. And then you got to get scissors or a razor to cut it. But the Dremel and a little bit of sandpaper worked really well at getting it down smooth. But when it was all said and done, I think it came out pretty good. Just for a few minutes of dripping some plastic, I probably sanded it more than I dripped plastic.
But here we are, back down at the Oakwood. Brought the Trailblazer today, but this is what we'll be testing right here. I mean, that is super solid. That's like a part of the boat now, so we'll see.
On this particular test trip, I got stuck a lot, so just pay attention to the scraping sounds that the keel is scraping on. So I did put a lot of use and damage to it this day.
Still on there, and it's not coming off. Here I could sand down probably a little bit more, but that's definitely not coming off. And I figure I'll fill it all in where it's red, all around here, some more. But yeah, it works. out good.